Okay, so this video is going to be about my coming out story. Please excuse the closet back here. It's my sister's. Anyways, so my coming out story. First, let me say that I personally did not tell my parents. They found out. My dad, one day he said, this is when he didn't have a phone. So he said, I was about 14. He said, Bree, I need to borrow your phone when I go out tonight. I said, okay, that's fine. He was like, make sure you unlock it so I can use it when I got a call and all that. And I was like, okay, fine. He went out that night, and I went to sleep. You know, I wake up the next morning, and he says, open your phone. Of course, I don't know what he's referring to right now, but I kind of figured that, he might have found something he didn't like. Whether, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it had to be something. So I go and open it, and it's on my Facebook page. Facebook as part of all the groups that I'm in on Facebook. And as you scroll down all these groups, you see a whole bunch of lesbian and gay pages. And I was like, oh my God. In my mind, I'm thinking, like, what am I about to do right now? Like, he sees these groups I'm in. What am I going to do? And I was really scared. So at first, I'm like, okay, no, I don't know. Somebody put me in all those groups. I didn't do it. Like, I'm not, like, I didn't put myself in those groups. But then eventually, in my mind, I'm like, I just have to tell him. Like, I have nothing to lose at this point. So I just say, okay, look, I like girls. I do. I do. I don't. So he didn't like that. He didn't talk to me for that day. Um, he basically ignored everything I said. Like, we just really weren't talking that day. And I'm gonna tell you because I remember this. We didn't talk, and we were riding in the car, going to my basketball game. And the first thing he says to me after he finds out is what he says. Pauses the music and says, "What's wrong with this world?" I was like, oh. As a 14-year-old, I was like, wow, how can you say that to your daughter? I understand, like, of course, you're probably angry about it, but at the same time, like, how do you just say something like that to her? And so, that's how he found out about it, and my mom kind of just found out because he knew. Um, but at the same time, like, at first it was really bad. He would make comments about it, and they would hurt my feelings, of course. But like, as time went on, my mom really never said anything. She didn't really care. I mean, she cared, but at the same time, she knew, like, this is who I was and this is who I was gonna be. So she didn't really say anything. But my dad, he got better over time with it, and now he doesn't really, I mean, we don't talk about it, about me dating girls, whatever, with girls, but at the same time he accepts it more, I would say. um it was really to the point where he had to talk to me about it because he said, okay, I have to let you know, like, the way that I react is the way I react because it's something different, something I wasn't raised, that was like, when I was raised, like, it's not okay, I would say. But you know, he he adapted, I would say, worked with me to understand where I was coming from, and I understand where he's coming from. Um, and everybody in my family, they pretty much know. I mean, the way I dress, you pretty much know. But um, they pretty much accept me for who I am, and which is amazing to me because I I hate it when people try to make me wear certain clothes or make me act a certain way because that's just not the person I am. So for them to accept me. It really means a lot. But the moral of the story is, if you go looking for trouble, you're gonna find trouble. My dad can be an example of that. So just know that if you go looking for trouble, don't expect to not find anything. You're gonna find something. So just remember that. Just keep that in mind. But yeah, that's my coming out story. So